Greetings, everyone. Tim Anderson here, aka Renfill, and welcome to the meeting for June 9th? Yes, June 9th, 2021. Quick stand up for this week. I'll do Chris's first because she's standing here if you want to come say hi real quick. And then we'll get into Joey and I.
Yes.
What'd you
Hi,
work on this
everyone.
week?
In this week, I was building how you say, abandoned city.
An abandoned city, which
Yes.
I've not looked at yet. I have actually not.
I
I've
haven't finished.
Yeah, it's not finished, but I haven't snuck a peek yet. Although I think grammatically it's sneaked a peek, but I can say snuck. Thank you, Chris. Um, Thursday's post is all about her concept art as an FYI. So for those of you who are wanting to, we record these on Wednesday nights, publish them for the public on Friday, and for Patreon subscribers, they go up on Wednesday nights. So for those of you who are watching this on Wednesday night, tomorrow morning there's a posted video going out featuring the recent concept art by her. That ice elf tower is freaking amazing, as is the desert landscape. And for those of you who are watching on Friday, check yesterday's video and you'll see all that stuff. I have been doing maps. That's all I've done this week is maps. I did that village map, which I've now looked at it 2 days after it's been done, and I'm like, but I could change this, and this, and this, and I'm like, nope, just leave it alone, leave it alone. Because I figured out how to do different things with the clouds now, and there's kind of a little too much dead space. But I think what I did is I went in and I kind of copied the size that the other guy had used for his to get a reference point, but then he had like an abandoned castle and a cave. He had other things around the peripheral, so the village was more scrunched in the middle, and my village was more spread out. But at the end of the day, I thought it turned out pretty cool. Um, that's that first one, and then I started work on the city yesterday, and it's cool because they actually have a set of elven uh, assets, and there is a series of towers. And so I went in and was like, oh, I can use this one, and then the seven towers around it. Ooh, that's the circle of mages, and then they've got cathedrals, and I'm like, okay, which one do I want to use? Okay, that's going to be the Church of the Elder Ways Cathedral. So at least started the city yesterday, but I think that's going to take me. I'll be surprised if I can get that wrapped up by Sunday. We'll see, because it's the city, so it's going to take me probably twice as long. I did 6 hours on that village map. I think I could probably trim that down to 4 hours if I did like a smaller village with bigger buildings, because then there's less to place. Um, anyway, works in progress. I'm getting maps done. Those are up on Patreon in the 8K format as they get finished for those of you who want to download them. And yeah, I think that's all I'm going to be working on the rest of the month, other than, getting art added to the test booklet for people, for the playtesters. And then you and I, not tonight because I'm under the weather, but probably next week, you and I need to sit down and brainstorm the Church of the Elder
Yeah.
Ways magic casting stuff. So anyway, that's all I'm going to be working on this week. Last week was maps. This week's maps. That's all I'm working on right now is just maps and then just collecting all of Christina's concept art. So
Cool. So yeah, last week we bought the assets. So get diving into the new stuff. I was gonna hold off on the blacksmith's forge until later, but since we got the
it
new
was so
assets,
juicy.
I was like, I'm gonna work on the blacksmith. So I ended up, I had it just as a little square. I had it like, oh, I don't know, like, cause it's just a little shop. Like most of his stuff's gonna be outside, right? So I had it little square. And I was like, so I've ended up making it just a little longer, so it's a rectangle. It'll look a little better, I think, and give me more room to put, because I need that canopy to be pretty, substantial to be able to put the forge and the grinding stone and all the cool stuff under it, which isn't happening this go around. I do have to play with the forge, figure out, how I need it to go through the roof and everything. Um, so that's what I've been playing around with, and that's pretty cool blacksmith pack that we got because like the bellows can be worked and stuff like that. Right now it's set up on a button press function, so I've got to get in there and at some point change that to where we can, click on it and stuff, which should be a big deal. But I'm not worried about any of that right now. I'm just trying to get the buildings finished. The tavern will take a while, but the general store should be easy. I'll have the blacksmith's forge, wrapped up by the end of this week for sure, and probably I'm hoping to have it and the bookshop and the general store wrapped up. That way I can move on to interiors. That's my plan.
Cool. All right. It's going to be a short one this week, everybody, because that's just what we're working on. I'm doing maps, he's doing buildings, Chris is doing more art. We are working hard towards having some sort of demo slash playtest stuff ready this summer for people. Um, I'm looking forward to see. I need to go sneak a peek at what she was drawing. I haven't looked because I've been she every time I've come in and she hasn't been here, she's had the laptop closed, and
Mm.
I haven't opened it up to peek. And I was busy working on maps while she was busy working on it the other day, so I haven't actually looked at it yet. But all I saw was like green something on a mountainscape, like she's doing some sort of weird ruins carved into a mountain or something. I don't know. So we'll see what it actually looks like when it gets done. So thanks to everybody for following along. Thanks to the new subscribers over at Patreon. We appreciate your support. Um, we had, I'm going to go read their names off real quick because I mentioned it on Monday Musings, but we might as well give them a shout out while we're here just to say thanks. Sean Whispers is a new subscriber, and Adric Lives is back around again. Uh, Ducking in and out there over the years. Appreciate your support on top of the other people we've got. Thanks so much. For those of you who want to join, now's a good time. You can get, I think there's like 50, I think there's over
Oh,
50
jeez.
posts now. There's over 50 videos in the YouTube playlist now, so there's got to be at least, because I think I've done a post for pretty much every single video, so we're moving right along. We've been documenting the whole thing since we started on March 1st, so there's a whole bunch of content for people to sink their teeth into. So get set up because we're going to be doing demos and playtests soon, and you're going to want to be able to get access to that stuff. So see you on the other side. And if you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon, all that stuff. Join us on Discord. Check out our TikToks because we do regular posts about all the things we're working on, and we will see everybody next week.